girls hit up your boy. All the 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 girls hit.
Hello, this is Justin from Justin's HIV Journal, and I would like to make a rebuttal or make a follow-up post. There's been a lot of negative comments about the post that I did about Tiger Woods, and I want to make, or at least set the record straight. When I say that he should make his HIV results to the public known, I don't necessarily mean everyone. I mean that maybe he should talk to the people that he has already had sex with, and here's my status, and there you go, and take what you will from it. I also want to make sure that I say that when I mentioned Magic Johnson in my post before, that I meant that even if he's negative, even if he's positive, it doesn't matter. He could become a very powerful advocate for HIV awareness in the community, especially in the Black community. And that's what I mean. Now, when my generation came up, I'm 30 now, so when my generation came up, we had a role model, Magic Johnson, who came out as HIV positive. And so it was important that we saw that, because the thing is, he is a well-known sports person. He's a well-known athlete. And we all looked up to him, or still look up to him, and the fact is that we said, oh wow, so this athlete has HIV, this person has HIV, and he's not gay, and so, wow, that's amazing. So I think that it's really important that we see that. Now, if Tiger Woods, negative or positive, doesn't really matter, says, I'm willing to be an advocate of HIV awareness, it's important, because the thing is, we, or the generation not below us, but younger than us, can actually see that this disease infects and affects everyone. Now, I will say that my prior post, I may have not thought it through when I posted it. I may have not actually thought that people might think negatively of it, because the words that I spoke and the words that I wrote are taken differently than what I meant to say. I think that a lot of people ran with it and said, okay, this is what Justin means, and I don't like it, and this is what I don't like about it. People compared me to the populace that believes that HIV affects only gay people. There's a lot of hurtful comments saying that the Pope must be happy with you because, the stance that you're taking, and a lot of unnecessarily negative comments. And it was really hurtful. A lot of them are really hurtful. And I guess since a lot of them don't know about my character and don't know that I'm actually a good person, thought that I was kind of advocating for this position where I think that everyone should disclose their HIV status. Let me just say this. I don't think that everyone should disclose their status. I think that everyone should know their status. Everyone should know their status. Now, the thing is, of course, I've been one of the lucky ones to actually be able to disclose their status, and everyone around them be okay with it. And that's okay. But yet, I'm not saying that everyone should disclose their status. I have an email from a guy named Michael and you know who you are, about, I'm sorry, Marco, and he said, I don't think it's anybody's business but Tiger Woods. And I said, I agree with you, but yet he left his number for me to call. So I called him, and we had a dialogue, and I think I broke it down to where he was like saying, maybe you should print a rebuttal, because obviously this, what you wrote and what you said, people are taking out of content. You should either print a rebuttal or say something different. I think that I understood when I read my prior post. I said, oh gosh, people must hate me now, because this is not what I was trying to say. This was not what I was trying to say. I was not trying to say Tiger Woods to disclose his status to everyone, because that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Oh well, he should disclose his status to the whole world. I meant the world that he's living in. Now, everybody knows that this happens all the time. We live in that monogamous world where nobody can do wrong. My husband wouldn't cheat on me. My wife wouldn't cheat on me. How could I get HIV? Now, I also think that when you go for a checkup, they should test for HIV. Because testing for HIV means that it would better the world, means it would better yourself. It means that it would be doing you a favor for these doctors to test you for HIV, just for them to test you. I mean, whether it comes up negative or positive, doesn't matter. At least you know where you stand. At least you know where you stand. At least you know your status. I think that a lot of people misconstrued what I said before, and I do apologize for that. I do apologize. Maybe it was the way I was communicating, the way I was miscommunicating. I apologize, and it shouldn't have happened, and hopefully it will not happen again. But like I said, you have this scenario when somebody who is not black, who is not gay, goes in for an HIV test, or who's not an IV drug user, who goes in for a test, or goes in for a checkup, not a test, a checkup, and the doctor says, well, you're not in these 3 risk groups, so I don't have to test you for HIV. You should be fine. Don't worry about it, girlfriend. You'll be good. No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that those people especially should get tested. Everyone should get tested. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter who you are. Whether you're black, whether you're gay, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a beautiful buxom blonde, does not matter. You should go get tested. Get tested. Because if you don't know your status, then you have no idea. You have no idea. People think that they're safe. We live in this world of monogamy. We live in this fantasy world like, oh, my 40-something-year-old boyfriend is not going to cheat on me because I'm a young 20-something-year-old and, I'm out there and, yeah, look at me. I'm beautiful. So why should my boyfriend, who's 40-something-year-old, cheat on me? We have that false sense of security. False sense of security that this cannot happen to me. And yet it does. I know because I get emails constantly from people, straight, gay, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, it doesn't matter. Go get tested. And the reason why I decided to send a post about Tiger Woods is because I feel that he did put his family in jeopardy, and he does need to go get tested. But I put it up because maybe somebody else can get something from this. Maybe somebody else can understand where Woods is coming from, Tiger Woods is coming from. and say, you know what, I did do that, unprotected, maybe I need to go get tested. And that's all I'm saying. Just go get tested. That's all. Please.